It's in the game.
When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the Palouse, Pullman Washington Martin Stadium, home to the Washington State Cougars. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Fresno State Bulldogs. Fresno State will kick it off, and we will be underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Cougars' offense will be first on the attack. To throw, it's Vaughn. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Got him downfield. On the move at the 30. Racing down the left side. Inside the 30. He's at the touchdown, Washington State. He got loose and it was lights out after that. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
So Fresno State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. They'll run it from the gun. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he's down at the 41, that's a first down.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Making side adjustments here. Just a short pass to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. The lone back's got it. Inside the 40. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Number 13, set to advance on the football.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Dropping back, it's Vaughn. Here comes the heat. Had to get rid of it quickly. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. And the Cougars head quickly to the line.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. The Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Catches it at the 30. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They evened things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Looking to throw on first down. It's caught. Breaks into the open. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
I don't know if the defense came into this one expecting the fullback to be a weapon catching the ball, but that play, it didn't look like they were ready for him. He catches it, turns it upfield for the first.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. Makes the grab. It's Nix. They stop him almost immediately. Gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, the ground game. Open space at the 25. He's up to 90 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
A designed run for the quarterback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
And lost ground on first down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Fresno State.
Fresno State.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Fresno State.
Twice they've been denied touchdowns in the red zone, and now it's 3rd and goal. He'll sneak it. The sneak scores it.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
That makes the score Fresno State 14, Washington State 7.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. The coverage team maintained his discipline, not much doing on that return. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Looking for a man, it's Vaughn. It's complete on the right side. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. The Cougars want to pick up the tempo. From the gun to give, looking for room. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
They kick it away on 4th down. He'll field the punt and look for room. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Might be changing the route. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Working that left side now. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. There he goes. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this 1st quarter. That's the end of the period. Fresno State has the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. With myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Off the play fake. A shot toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. And the Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. He's up to 113 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking downfield, it's Ramsey. They're working that left side. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not
Touchdown, Bulldogs! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Touchdown.
Yeah, I love the little play-action fake. It's, you know, you get inside the 5, you're thinking run as a defense, come up, be physical, and they slip those guys right behind you, throw it over the top of you. Man, those are tough to defend. Nice little play action by this offense.
21, Washington State.
He'll bring it out. It's Pride. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And the Cougars are in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
Makes the grab. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
From the gun, the running back looking for room.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Scanning the field, it's Vaughn. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. It's incomplete. And I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was in that last one.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Washington State sends out the punt unit. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Off the play fake on first down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. It's complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They're gonna run it. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. The Bulldogs in the hurry up. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Ramsey. Got his man. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast.
Turning it on! And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Running back searching for a hole. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Fresno State. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
He'll bring it out. It's Pride. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Dropping back, it's Vaughn. Makes the grab on the left. Gets away from one, finds room. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend him.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Fires on the move. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Taking it the other way. He's at the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And with that that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Washington State, 7.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Pride. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got the first down. Looking for more. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Looks like you've had a very enjoyable day there today in Pullman.
Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Use the play fake, now to throw. On the run, fires downfield. Finds a man on the left. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield.
414 satellite. Here we go, here we go.
Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Fresno State. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Vaughn. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Pucks it out of the air. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Boston. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires it incomplete.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Washington State has it all working right now. Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Makes the grab. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Cougars are facing 3rd and inches. Surging forward on the sneak. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But This offense just can't find a way to get it going, and I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Has to get there to move the sticks. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, they get the first down, going for it on 4th and 1, and they're in that fringe area right now in their opponent's territory. So important for them to keep the momentum going because they've got to be thinking, we're scoring points here. We're going to pay this drive off.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. Washington State will have to boot it away. They'll have to punt for the 4th time today. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Zings it complete to the right. Still running at the 40. Breaks into the open. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Looking for a man, it's Vaughn. Finds his back in the middle. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a 1st down at the 23. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Soft spot in the middle. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. We're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds the tight end. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. The Cougars have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Looking for a gap. It's Gibbs. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. Cougars pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball...
There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Finds his big tight end. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5.
Let's go.
Looking for the goal line. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cougar! And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass.
14.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at them. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. To the air, it's Ramsey. Oh, they're after him. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Fresno State right back to the line. They give it to him again. Moving past the 25. He's into the open down the middle. The 20. The 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Fresno State.
What a big-time run. He's still running. Over 90 yards. That's one of those when you're running to the end. You're looking behind you. You're looking on the Jumbotron to see if anybody's going to catch it, and nobody's going to catch him on that huge touchdown run.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Miami was able to finish off a close one in South Florida today. They did just enough both offensively and defensively to come away with the dub. Hey, survive and advance. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Rides the back on the option, the give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down, it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Vaughn. Caught over the middle, it's Gibbs. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage, and one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
Completes it in the middle. And they'll move the chains with the 1st down, but that might be it for the 3rd quarter. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So first down will open up the final period.
Washington State, 14.
To the air on first down. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but, man, we've got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Rushes on him. Gets rid of it. Makes the catch. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
Really nice job there by the punter on that one, getting a lot of hang time and allowing the gunners to get down the field so they could play it off the bounce, down it. Nice coffin corner kick.
Looking to pass. It's Ramsey. Makes the grab. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
From the gun, the running back has it. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
And that play there is essentially a microcosm of why this guy's the leading rusher in the nation and why he's in contention for the Heisman Trophy. This guy's got speed, open field running ability. He can break tackles. He can just do it all.
They're going to ride this running back. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Power football with the run. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And it's runs like that, man, where he just shows you a little bit of everything that is the reason why he's in the Heisman race. Like, this dude leads the nation in rushing for a reason. They hand him the football a lot. They trust him, and he continues to deliver and make big play after big play. This dude is an absolute superstar.
Quarterback keeper. Finding an escape route.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Gets it to him on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. They've got a 3rd down and manageable from right around midfield. Grab near the sticks. It's Nix. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Back to pass, it's Ramsey. Got his man on the right. And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated, whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams. They have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Washington State, 14.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Powell. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. Off the RPO, complete. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Washington State going back to work on 1st down. Gives it on the option. Makes a man miss. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot.
And that ball's free behind the line. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Quickly out to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield, it's John. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are, it's late, everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
And the Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The short hands, it's Powell. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 8th play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. The play action fake. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Wants to throw on 1st down. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat.
And how about that? That's the 1st INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. 1st mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Lets it fly. Quarterback just flat missed it, incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Third and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. The offense changing the play. Throws to the tight end. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's complete to the left. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. Bunch formation for these receivers. Back to throw, it's John. Under fire, turning it on. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12.
Well, as soon as he got outside the pocket, the defense smelt blood in the water. Everybody started pursuing, and how about the big hit on the QB outside the pocket? At that point, he's a runner. He's not getting protected anymore. Nice job. He felt that one.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
Here we go, here we go.
Trying to keep the drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points in the score. And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but like, let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise with that last completion. He's now over 3,000 yards on the year.
Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Lemon. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. To the air on second down. Looking for a deep man. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover. One more play to pad the stats. Back to pass. It's John. He's taking a deep shot. And the pass goes incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock strikes 0, ball game is over. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better, they go out, they take the